everybody, Silver Picker here, and today's video is one where I'm going to be teaching you how to turn trash into treasure. And more specifically, how to turn ordinary everyday items that you have lying around the house that you don't really use very often into money that you can put into your coin collection, your silver stack, or any other investment that you're really interested in. And I'm gonna be using myself as a guinea pig to teach you all this.
AppMex is the proud sponsor of the Silver Picker YouTube channel, and Whatnot is the sponsor of today's video. Thank you both for your support.
So essentially, why am I doing this? Well, what I'm interested in doing is filling out one of my most prized coin collections that I just haven't been able to make much progress on recently, and that is my US typeset. I love my US typeset, and I've gotten all the coins in that collection through wheeling and dealing, through buying large collections, going to garage sales, and selling most of it, but keeping one or two coins that fit that set, and slowly but surely building up that collection over the last 10 years. But there are a couple of heavy hitters, specifically the two Seated Liberty $1 silver dollars. And I don't think I'm gonna be buying that in somebody's collection or getting them at a garage sale. So I was kind of stuck. I didn't want to dip into savings. I really liked the idea of getting this all through wheeling and dealing. And then I had an epiphany. I was visiting my parents and I was at my childhood home, and I was going through my bedroom and I saw that I had so much stuff from my childhood and teenage years that I just don't use anymore. Old collections, pocket knives, video games, etc. And I realized I could sell all that stuff on eBay, on Whatnot, wherever, and use that money that I get from that to create a budget to actually fill out collections that I do currently care about, like my US typeset. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be going on a trip down memory lane through my childhood bedroom and looking at some of the stuff that I'm going to be selling to build up this budget. And by the way, if there's anything that you do collect, whether it's pocket knives or video games or anything else that I show in this video, and you're interested in purchasing something or making a deal or trading, well, message me on Instagram at thesilverpicker or email me at thesilverpicker@gmail.com and we'll work something out. Anything I don't sell directly to you guys, I will probably put up on eBay or sell on Whatnot. And then in a future video, after we've built up my budget, well, we're gonna go on a little shopping spree and I'll show you what I got with this budget. So I'm really excited and I'm hoping that it works out well. And if you guys decide to follow suit and go through your old collections and resell that so that you can put it into a new collection, let me know in the comments below and I would love to hear your stories. Maybe I'll include one or two of them in the next follow-up video. As I always say, enough with the jibber jabber. Let's check out the, well, not coins. Let's check out the knives, video games, books, and whatnot. Check it, look at this. This is actually starting to look like a real garage sale, even though obviously this is just going to be a digital sale. This does look like I'm actually setting up for a garage sale. I've got the knives over here, I've got DVDs over here, video games over here, more video games over there, and you can see I'm really cleaning stuff out. If we go over to my closet, I've got a bunch of board games that I'm gonna be selling, some sports equipment. I've got a really nice set of golf clubs that I'm gonna be selling, poker sets, some baseball bats, really selling all sorts of stuff because it's stuff that I don't use anymore, and I'd rather be able to get it, first of all, into the hands of somebody who is going to use it. I really, really like the idea of quote unquote like upcycling, meaning don't just have stuff sitting around that's not being used. Like, let somebody use it and get some use out of it, and it's not a waste. And I'm gonna be selling all of this, as you know, converting it all into coins and silver, and I'm excited about that. Now, let's just talk about the knives first. I'm gonna go through a couple of them and show off a little bit in this video, but I did a full video on my knife collection, and you can check it out in the card over here. It's also linked in the description box below. If you're interested in purchasing any of my knives, well, you should message me on Instagram at thesilverpicker, and we'll come up with a deal, or email me at thesilverpicker@gmail.com, and we'll make a deal. The other stuff I'm gonna be selling at my Whatnot auction. So I normally sell a lot of, coins and bullion and stuff like that at my Whatnot auctions, but I'm gonna be doing a special Whatnot auction just for video games and DVDs, and I'm gonna go through all of that in this video, and you'll be able to see what I have. So first off, if you don't know what Whatnot is, it's a live video auction platform in which buyers and sellers come together in real time to buy and sell all sorts of cool collectibles. Use my link in the description box below, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker, and not only do you get access to the platform, but you get $10 in free Whatnot credit. Hold up. Editor's note. Well, it used to be $10 in credit, but after I had a little conversation with the folks at Whatnot, Well, they raised it to $15 for a limited time. Yes, not 10 bucks. Now, if you use my link, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker to sign up for Whatnot and download the app, you get $15 in Whatnot credit instead of 10. I don't know how long that's gonna last, so you definitely wanna hop on that. Whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker. It's $15 of free silver and coins, for God's sakes. Do it now, trust me. Without further ado, let's let's slow roll it a little. Let's start with the DVDs. I think that's the least interesting thing, but still, there's a lot of cool DVDs here and people collect them. It's disc only, obviously. Man, this is some serious nostalgia. The Punisher, Boondock Saints, Rain Man, Sideways, Fargo, Stand By Me, one of my favorite movies. The Great Escape, another one of my favorite movies. Now, I'm also curious, if you guys have a favorite movie that you see, put it in the comments below. I'm curious to see if we have the same taste in movies. Obviously, there's a bunch of like burned DVDs here, which I'm not going to be selling. I'll just be throwing those out. I'm not going to sell pirated stuff. This is stuff that I bought in high school. I had a buddy that he would, burn DVDs as a side hustle. I mean, different times, right? Spinal Tap, man, great movie. Lion King. And then I've got all these like oh, this is cool. These are like Japanese action and horror movies. Big Lebowski. And I've got all these B movies too. My dad and I used to love watching these like old 1940s, 50s, and 60s B movies. The Wasp Woman, Hitler, Dead or Alive. I mean, really, really wild stuff. Look at this, Indestructible Man, The Killer Shrews, Attack of the Giant Leeches. And then I've got a bunch of old seasons of like 24, Combat, amazing show. My dad and I watched the whole series together. The Office, Flight of the Conchords, The Simpsons, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Family Guy. Man, like this is like my high school shows and movies and stuff. So if you guys are interested in any of this stuff, come to the Whatnot auction. I mean, I'm guessing each disc is gonna go for like $1. So like you could get like 10 DVDs for like 10 bucks, aka for free. And this is a good segue into the video games because we have a bunch of video games here. 3 things for the Wii: Red Steel, Wii Play, and Trauma Center Second Opinion. I've got, oh man, I used to love Resident Evil. So for PS1, I've got Resident Evil Director's Cut. This is a demo disc. Resident Evil 2, both discs. Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Survivor. And then I've got Crash Team Racing, some demo discs that came with the system. Metal Gear Solid, man, I loved that game. PS2, Medal of Honor, Metal Gear Solid 2, The Getaway, Gran Turismo, Guitar Hero 2, Blade 2, Simpsons Road Rage, Kingdom Hearts, and I think that's it. Oh no, we've got more. We've got Devil May Cry, DOA 2, Hardcore, Street Hoops, and Tenchu. And of course, the only one that we do have in box is Resident Evil Code Veronica, and we've got all that. This is pretty cool. Microsoft Company Store Purchase, not to be sold, VIP number so-and-so. It's an employee number. It's Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. That's a pretty cool collectible. And we've got the Amelie DVD. And console-wise, I have a PS1 and a PS2. I've also got some memory cards. And also, I believe I have the booklet for the instruction manual for almost all the games. So I don't have the actual boxes, but whoever buys the games will actually get the booklet. So normally I think that this is the harder thing to get. So I've got all those booklets for most of the games. Got also all the cables and everything. And let's check out this box over here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, this is really like nostalgia 101. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm looking at all this stuff that I was into like as a child and in high school, I'm also filming on the floor that I made my very first YouTube videos on. And if you want to see how far I've come, check out my first video. It's basically unwatchable. Okay, so I've got a Game Boy Color. What game do we have in there? We've got Wario Land 3. That's pretty cool. We've got a Game Boy Advance. And we've got a whole mess of games. Let's check out these games. Oh, I see a Pokemon in there. Oh my God, there's so much stuff here. Okay, let's do this in an organized fashion. Wow, this really is like doing my old videos because I am all sorts of disorganized here. So we've got Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages. We've got Donkey Kong. We've got Pokemon Yellow. We've got Shadowgate Classic. We've got Mortal Kombat 2. This looks like a 60-in-1 series, like bootleg knockoff thing. I will sell that though, because that's like a legit knockoff. Super Mario Land. Zelda. This was my first game. I got this with my old Game Boy when I was like 8 or something. Metal Gear. Super Mario Land 2. Resident Evil Gaiden. You can see the theme of all the games that I like, right? I like Metal Gear and I like Resident Evil from the beginning. And Simpsons. Simpsons game. And last but not least, James Bond 007. What else? Oh my God, look at this. I've got my old iPod in here. Look at that. Oh man, that is so cool. Got some third-party memory cards for the PS1. One original one. I'll put that with the PS1. Those will get sold with the console. And a couple more booklets. I'll put that with the booklets. And that's it for the video games and DVDs, but I think it'll be a fun little auction we'll have. And let's just take a look a little bit at the knives, and then I'll show you a couple of other things that I'm going to be selling as well, and we'll go from there. So basically, this one I'm not selling. This was my first knife ever, so I'm going to keep it as nostalgia. This one, I'm not sure the legality, so I'm probably not going to sell it. If somebody wants to buy it and can cite the legality of it. It's a stiletto knife, and my dad gave this to me actually when I was a kid. So you know how it is, right? Times were different back then. Some case knives that are pretty valuable, some Boker, some antique stuff, some Swiss Army, Swiss Army, Swiss Army, Swiss Army, Swiss Army, a bunch of like giveaway cheapo knives from old companies. This one I actually found, and it's a crazy story. This one's a crazy story. It's worthless. It's a piece of garbage, but I remember I was dawdling when my mom wanted me to hurry up. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm looking for pocket knives." Like literally just I was walking on the street, and literally when I said that, I mean, there was zero chance I was going to find anything. Bada bing, bada boom. Within 5 seconds, I found this pocket knife. I'm not making that up. Pretty crazy. This was in my grandfather's tackle box, a bunch of other cheapo knives, and then some cooler stuff. This is trench art from World War II. This is, it was my great aunt's. I guess she got it from my great uncle. Trench art letter opener. This is an obsidian blade and I guess like reindeer jawbone or something. Not reindeer, that can't be a reindeer. Some kind of jawbone made in Alaska. My dad got me that on a trip he went on when I was a kid. This I bought in an antique store. It's a kukri knife. That's pretty cool. Bought that in Montreal on a trip when I was also like 10. And this my dad bought in Egypt, I think in the early 80s. It's like a giant like slaughtering knife. And then I've got 2 Glock knives, and I don't even remember what this one is. And that's about it for the knives. So again, you can see the full video later, but we've got knives, we've got video games, and let's take you back to the closet over here. I've got a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to be selling locally just because it's going to be impossible to ship, but I have golf clubs. I don't really play golf anymore, and nobody I'm friends with plays anymore, and they just sit here, so better get them to good use, sell my golf clubs. Got some baseball bats, a poker set, I have an old Razor scooter, and a bunch of classic board games. That Age of Mythology I think is worth some money, Classic Dungeon, Simpsons Monopoly. You know, some of these are worth some money, some of them not. And I'm just gonna sell them. If anybody's interested, I'm happy to sell them to you guys and give you a good deal. And you saw that from a previous video. And I also have books, totally forgot about that. Man, I'm just sort of bopping all over the place. This is an old school video, right? Got a bunch of books, and I'm probably gonna give those to my dad. He does garage sales every summer, and I'm probably just gonna give them to him, and he'll sell them for me. And whatever he gets, I'll put towards my coin budget. So, anyway, this is basically it. Again, if you're interested, come to my Whatnot auction. I'm gonna be selling all these video games at my Whatnot auction and the DVDs. And I'm starting everything at $1. Every single auction will start at $1, whether it's for a console, whether it's for a game, starting at $1, whatever they sell for. And for the pocket knives, if you're interested, just shoot me a message at The Silver Picker on Instagram or thesilverpicker@gmail.com via email, and I'm happy to make you a deal. So anyway, and if somebody wants to buy all of them, I'm happy to do that as well. So anyway, I am super psyched. You guys saw at the beginning of the video some of the coins that I want to buy for my collection, and I'm hoping to get at least 1 or 2 of them from this sale and basically convert all this stuff that's just sitting in my childhood bedroom, locked away in these in bins like this, and put them into a collection that I care about now. And when I do buy those, I will give you an update, and we will do another video where, of course, I show you the coins that I buy based on that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun, you know, taking myself down memory lane and bring you guys along with it. Anyway, I make videos not like this every week. I mostly make videos about coin collecting, precious metals investing, personal finance. But if you like those kind of videos and, you know, some unusual collectible stuff, well, then hit the subscribe button, throw me a like while you're at it, and like I always say, I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker out. A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. If you are not yet a patron, well, now's the time to join, because not only do you get access to our incredible Discord server, but I'm producing more and more Patreon exclusive videos every single week. So if you want to join and support the channel and get more Silver Picker while you're at it, the links are below, and I can't wait to meet you in our private Discord server.